Democratic Republic of the Congo, a Central African country, was expected to become one of the most developed on the continent. Its abundant natural resources, such as diamonds, gold, coltan, and cobalt, were a beacon of prosperity. Unfortunately, the reality was far from what they had hoped for. Underneath the dense forests and towering mountains, coltan and cobalt lurked, two vital minerals that are the lifeblood of the global electronics industry. However, the Democratic Republic of the Congo was caught in a devastating irony. A land rich and blessed with natural bounty instead gave birth to blood, poverty, and suffering. Today, the Congo faces alarming challenges related to severe and widespread poverty. Political instability, corruption, and ongoing armed conflict have limited economic growth and harmed the people's quality of life. This is a tragic story of how a country with great potential could fall so deeply into poverty. In 1960, the Democratic Republic of the Congo gained independence from Belgium. At that time, the country stood out as the second most industrialized nation in the entire African continent. Congo had a thriving mining sector with abundant natural resources such as copper, diamonds, gold, and uranium, which were the mainstays of the country's economy. Furthermore, Congo's agricultural sector was relatively productive, making it the largest producer of coffee, rubber, and palm oil in Africa. However, independence in 1960 did not bring the prosperity and progress the country had hoped for. Instead, it marked the beginning of severe poverty in the country. This was because a portion of the profits from natural resources at that time were used to finance the government budget, including infrastructure development, education, and healthcare. On the other hand, a large portion of Congo's profits were used for the personal gain of government officials through corruption and embezzlement. American, French, and Belgian companies operating in Congo also profited significantly from the country's natural resources. These profits were generated through mining, plantations, and logging. Of course, most of these profits are channeled abroad, without providing any significant benefit to the Congolese people. Militia and armed separatist groups are also frequently involved in illegal mining activities, generating enormous profits. These profits are used to finance their military operations or for the personal interests of their leaders. Furthermore, protracted political and military conflict has plagued Congo for decades. The history of conflict in Congo includes several devastating episodes, such as the First Congo War, which took place between 1960 and 1965, the Second Congo War from 1998 to 2003, and the IFU conflict, which has raged since 2004. These conflicts have claimed millions of lives, displaced millions, and caused severe damage to the country's infrastructure and economy. These conflicts have created an unsafe environment for business and hampered development and investment in Congo. As a result, the Congolese economy has stagnated and suffered significant losses over the past few decades. Corruption and governance failure are also major contributing factors to the poverty plaguing the Congo, leading the country to rank as one of the most corrupt countries in the world in 2023. It ranked 180th out of 180 countries on the Corruption Perceptions Index. The impact of this corruption is devastating for the Congo, as reported by the World Bank, which reports that the country loses over $1 billion annually. UN report even revealed that the impact of corruption is even more severe, reaching up to $2.5 billion annually. Corruption not only drains state resources, but also erodes good governance and hampers sustainable development efforts in the Congo. Corruption is a systemic problem plaguing the Congo and has spread to all levels of government, from the presidency down to local officials. Public funds are often misused for personal gain, including the purchase of luxury goods, financing political campaigns, or bribery. Unfortunately, despite being involved in corrupt acts that harm the state and society, some often manage to avoid punishment. The combination of all these factors has plunged the Congolese people into extreme poverty. According to the World Bank, in 2022, approximately 60.4% of the Congolese population lived below the international poverty line. According to the UN, the country's population is 81.7 million, meaning approximately 65.7 million people in the Congo live in poverty. Poverty in the Congo is severe. Poor people often live in conditions of hunger, malnutrition, and disease. They also frequently lack access to education, healthcare, and other basic services. Thus, the Congo's rich natural resources are like a field that only a few can enjoy, while those who should be able to provide prosperity for the people. Therefore, it is fitting that economic observers define what the Congo is experiencing as a natural resource curse, given that, amidst their vast wealth, the people are living in conditions of starvation.